Hello everybody, my name is CC Dragonblade, and welcome to What If I Was in AMHA. Basically, where we start off, this is when I'm an old man and living my last seconds on Earth. Okay, as I live my last seconds on Earth, I thought to myself saying, well, this life sucked. Nothing really interesting happened. I wonder what God has planned for me next. I hope it's exciting. As I thought that last thing, I closed my eyes, then I died. But when I opened them again, expecting to see either heaven or hell, I saw Meanwhile, in the MHA universe, there's just actually. Meanwhile, in the MHA universe, two people are expecting a child. The father has snow white hair and crimson eyes, while the mother has a ruby red crimson hair and sapphire eyes. They're expecting a child, and as I died, my soul got transferred into the image universe. And I got reincarnated as a small child named Okiyami Mangetsu. I had white. I had hair of white from the top going down to then turning red, and my right eye had a red eye, while my left eye had blue. And when the doctors decided to go check to see if I'm healthy, they found something weird. Something on my heart. It looked like a parasite to them. They didn't want to risk getting out because it looked like if it removed it, I'll die. So they didn't take the risk. And they told my mother and father about it and thought that this might be weird, but they'll try to help me as much as they can. As I grew up to basically to elementary school, I actually met Bakugo and Izuku. I was a shy kid and didn't want to talk to people that much, but they decided to came to me and started talking to me. I knew that Bakugo had a...
Ellie, that is so cute.
As they asked about the thing, on my forehead, I told them I had a birthmark that showed this. Izuku was very interested and think it's awesome, while Bakugo didn't really care. He just can't wait for his quirk to finally come. Then me and them became friends. Me and Izuku got along really well, but I really didn't like the cockiness and like the attitude of, well, Katsuki. As things gone like in canon until the day of our quirk's awakening. Well, everyone was awakening their quirk, even Bakugo. Me and Deku were still waiting for our quirks. Bakugo and the others asked if I had a quirk. And Izuku. I told them I'm still waiting. Sorry about that. Basically, when people started thinking me and Deku don't have a quirk, so they started to try and bully us. I got a little pissed. Then I felt something coming around my arm. It felt weird, almost like it's about to burst. As I decided to focus on that feeling and focus on it, a claw came out. And it looked as sharp as hell. Looks like it can cut through anything, which scared the other kids. And I told them to back off or I will use this thing. Even though I don't know how to use it, I just did it to scare them off a little bit. And it actually worked. But Bakugo was still there, thinking that he can beat me without any trouble. So we fought it out, and I decided to try and do my best to figure this out. So I winged it, and it actually worked. When I was about to slash at Bakugo, I accidentally grind my claw through the earth, looking and Bakugo saw how good it cut through the earth, and he evaded and called me a villain because of that, which I didn't care. To me, he was more of the villain than me. Then I said bye to Izuku because I'm not gonna couldn't wait to tell my mother and father about my quirk awakening. I told them what happened and told them about my quirk, and they immediately rushed me to the quirk doctor. And when they decided to take a X-ray and still saw the same parasite in my heart, they also saw a few extra things in my body. Around my neck, my hands, my shoulder blades, and my tail. They told me to try and focus on my neck. So I did. And what came out was something that looks like a scarf. And I got this image of what to do. So as I plunged the things down into the scarf down to the ground, spikes came up around me. Then I decided to focus on my shoulder blades. Then 2 dogs came out, and they chop around me when I move around. Then I focused on my tailbone. As I did that, a tail came out. And I was both amazed and thinking about what Bakugo said, thinking I was actually a villain. Because these things don't look like they were made to save or protect. They looked like they were made to destroy and kill. And one time when I was using, while the testing was still going, I accidentally cut myself. It hurt like hell. And it made me mad. Then my blood began to spark. Then it got set up on fire, turning into violet flames with a brilliant purple. I was amazed to see that, and can't wait to see what the others look like. What I can actually do with the others. Then I tried again and purposely cut myself. Then electricity came. Instead of flames, electricity. It was kind of red. Had a crimson red color. Then I thought of cold thoughts, thinking that maybe there will be ice. And there was. And I was actually amazed. Even my parents and the doctors were amazed on what I can do. They haven't seen a quirk like this at all. And the doctors were excited that they found a new type of quirk. And since I was the one who has it, they told me that I could name it. Then, as I thought about it, thinking of a name for it, then something came to mind. Code Vein. As I said it, everyone actually thought that was an amazing name. Code Vein. So they called it Code Vein. Meaning I have the powers of ice, fire, lightning, and some weapons in my body. And yes, if any of you know about Code Vein, yes, I actually using this. I'm using their power. So, and plus, I don't own anything from Code Vein, so please don't copyright YouTube. And if anyone haven't seen Code Vein or played it, click off this video so you don't get spoilers. And the thing on my head represents my blood code, called King. So yeah. As I went back to school the next day, I told everyone what my quirk is. Everyone called me villain because how it sounded like something that the way it sounded. It, to them, it sounded like his quirk is villain. My quirk is villainous. So they call me villains and stay away from me. But Izuku stayed right next to me and thought it was amazing and cool. And as we lived out our days, and Bakugo still tried to bully Deku for being quirkless, and bullying me for having a villain quirk, I really didn't care, but I protected Izuku from the bullies. Then the end of middle school, when everyone, the teacher came and do his thing, and told everyone about how to think about their futures, even though he knew that everyone will be a hero one day. As everyone used their quirks, about me, Bakugo, and Izuku enjoying it, Bakugo gave his speech, and I decided to say, "Hey, Bakugo." As I grabbed his attention, I told him that you are not really qualified for being a hero because of that attitude. And he was pissed when I said that. As he told me, "What did you say, villain?" I said, "You are not qualified for a hero. True, you have quirk explosions, but what is so good about explosions? They may be flashy, but they are also very, very dangerous. You could kill somebody with it." And Bakugo returned that saying, "Oh yeah, what about your quirk? Having the powers of three of the main elements, and having those weird parts in your body." As he talked about the wolf heads, and my tail, and my claws, and my spikes. I told him, "Yeah, and so what? I'm actually trying to work on them. Trying to make them not as lethal as yours." And then I say, "Plus, Izuku has a nice personality. He's very kind and wants to save everyone. So he'll be a good hero in the future." And Bakugo was mad and said, "Yeah, but he doesn't have a quirk. He'll die in a few seconds." True. Not really. He could use his many things to become a hero, because I believe that even the quirkless can be the most powerful, can do anything in their world, and you won't stop him. I promise you that. As the teacher told us to calm down and said that I had and told me that I have good grades and I am qualified to be a hero and I'm going to UA. And he looked through the papers and saw Izuku was going to UA too. And I smiled at that. Bakugo was pissed because he knew that the that Izuku was gonna go to UA because how I talked about him. As Izuku tried to hide his face from people looking at him. And I said, Izuku, stop trying to be shy and try to get and stop being trying to be a pushover. That's how people walk all over you. Izuku said, right. And that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you like it. If you do, like and subscribe and comment on how you think I did. And see you later. Goodbye.